What is up, fam? Welcome back to the channel.
It's your boy Gio. Welcome back to the channel. We are back. We miss you guys. I know that we've been inconsistent a little bit, but you guys truly understand. And thank you guys so much for coming back and checking out another video with us. This one is very important and very informative and something that we need to check out now because we haven't checked out the one from 2018 yet, but I still do want to take some time eventually and check that one out. But this one is the APEC CEO Summit for Korea 2025, and RM is going to be giving a speech. I'm all for speeches. I'm excited to check this out because it's just like one of those things where even like say you're graduating school or something, and someone gives that like good speech, it kind of gets you going. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
it gives you a little perspective of who they are
yeah,
as
exactly.
a person. So it's interesting to see.
Yeah, exactly. So let's go ahead and check it out.
To be here and to meet all the leaders of APEC
Oh,
here in
the audio's
Korea,
no bueno.
where I
Of
was
course,
born
of
and
course.
raised. I'm honored to tell
There
you
we go.
about myself and to share my message. I'm so proud and excited that this year, for the first time, the cultural industry was chosen as a key agenda for APEC. I'm not sure how familiar you are with K-culture or K-pop, but I'm sure you all agree that the cultural industry has great economic value and growth potential. But I'm just an artist. I am not a business leader. I don't think you want to hear any numbers or figures from me. So today I want to speak to you as a creator and an artist. I want to share my thoughts on how K-pop crossed borders to move the hearts of people. It's not something we can really calculate or measure. It's a bridge that connects worlds, and I want to bring your attention to how we can work together to build this connection for tomorrow's creative cultural ecosystem. I'm a very lucky person. I'm lucky to have met the 6 other members of BTS. I'm lucky that I met our producer, Hitman Bang, who gave us his full support that we could make the music we love. But most importantly, I'm lucky I'm an ARMY who accept our music, not just as a diversion, but as our shared language of life. And by the way, ARMY is the name of the official BTS fandom. For your information, the ARMY, whoo! Shout out to ARMY all over the world. And the ARMY is where I just finished my military service. I was there for 18 months. I just wanted to make sure. So, ARMY support and passion crossed all borders and opened up like brand new path for me. They gave me a voice that was heard at the Billboard Music Awards, at the Grammys, at the United Nations, and even at the White House, at such historic and symbolic events like right here at the APEC. BTS first started to go outside Korea about 10 years ago. And back then, we didn't dream of what we see today. Nothing was like this. Did you ever turn on your TV or radio and hear a song that's not in your language or in English? Probably not very often, right? I felt how hard it is to ever hear a Korean song in an English-speaking country. I saw how high a cultural barrier could be. At that time, the music of BTS was quickly called non-English foreign culture. Trying to get on mainstream media through our music was like doing an experiment and a huge challenge. It was a test to see if music in Korean can work on the global stage. We tried to get on TV to show the world our music, but the doors were closed and would not move. But as you know, we couldn't just sit around and wait. We tried to make our own opportunities. We danced in the streets. We handed out flyers to free shows. But there was something even more difficult than those. When we said we are artists from Korea, they didn't ask us about our music. They asked, Are you from North Korea or South Korea?
Isn't that crazy? How not? What would be the word to say to someone that, let's say, for example, them when they're saying that they go up to people and we're kind of like closed-minded, but there's a different word for it. I can't really think about it, but
I just had it disappear as well.
yeah, yeah. So it's just so crazy that we're programmed to, if we're not familiar with it, we close it off and we just ask the dumbest questions sometimes. Like
Right.
it's like they're literally artists in the streets trying to come up to you, trying to give you, like, hey, this is what I do. It's a free show, whatever, north or south, like, because that's what in the U.S. That's what they feed us, and it's like, oh, they do this, they have, like
Yeah.
their countries ran this way, and that's what we know about it,
Yeah,
you
we're
know.
brainwashed
Yeah,
to
pretty
thinking
much.
a certain way
Yeah.
and not open minded to different cultures
Hmm.
because that's how it's we're programmed to think.
Yeah, and if
Yeah.
you think about it, 10 years ago, this is when it was at its worst because you couldn't say anything. Misinformation was very crazy. You couldn't, like, you really couldn't say anything because the censorship to everything was strong.
Yeah.
I mean, now it's gotten way more lenient where you could talk about COVID, you could talk about all of the misinformation that we've heard. However,
Wait, it could be, but we don't see it anymore though.
yeah,
Like they pick and choose what we get to see.
the media?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's true. They do. They do.
Yeah. So he makes a big point.
Hmm.
Like that's what it is because
Hmm.
we're so small and narrow-minded.
Hmm.
It's either like the stupid questions they
Yeah.
ask when they were trying to offer free shows. That's so
That's
sad.
it is pretty sad. But 10 years ago, I feel like we would have maybe been in that same position because we were not open minded like that. At least some of us, I would
Yeah.
say, weren't open minded like that to be like, oh yeah, let me listen to K-pop, unless you were kind of in that space. And I would say that because, like I told everybody here in EFAM, when I was playing video games, I knew about K-pop because I would go to MLG events, Major League Gaming events, and a lot of those players were Korean, so they would, when they were live streaming, they would play a lot of K-pop. So I knew
Yeah.
K-pop.
Right.
So, but I guess you got to be introduced into that world, in order to know about it, type thing,
Right. Yeah.
So, pretty interesting, huh?
Yeah, it is.
Where on earth is Korea? So we had to explain where Korea was before we could even talk about our music. And that was the reality.
Yeah.
But we overcame those barriers, and now I'm here today sharing this precious moment with you. Army was the force that broke down those barriers. They used our music as the medium to carry out conversations that cross borders and languages.
Oof.
They were inspired by the message in the music of BTS to give to charity, to run social campaigns, and finally the world was amazed. Back then, Army was seen as supporters of a minority culture from Asia. Now, they shake the world as a new community and a fandom culture. Even at this very moment, they're crossing borders and breaking down barriers through the pure power of cultural solidarity. Solidarity and tolerance that know no borders. And it's an endless source of creative inspiration for me as well. There is so much cultural content around the whole world. But why K-pop? Why is it so unique? Why does K-pop create this powerful and inclusive community? It's because of the special principle of unity of K-pop. This is what enables people from such diverse backgrounds to come together just through the medium of K-pop. I like to compare K-pop music to bibimbap. And bibimbap is a traditional Korean dish. You gotta taste it. So you
Bibimbap.
take pop, which is rice, then you put all kinds of vegetables, meat, flavorings on top, and mix it all up. And that's the bibimbap part. And K-pop is much the same. You take Korea's unique aesthetics, emotions, and production system, but you don't turn away elements of Western music like hip hop, R&B, or EDM. Just like bibimbap, these parts all keep their unique identities, but mix together to make something new and fresh and delightful. K-pop is not just a genre of music. It is a 360-degree total package of music, dance, performance, visual style, storytelling, music video, and even social media. K-pop's success didn't happen because one single culture was better. K-pop's success came from respecting diversity and embracing world cultures, but still holding on to Korea's unique identity.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Yes.
And that's what we pretty much called out a long time ago in the way that we do this stuff. You know, we talked about how we respect other people's cultures, and even though the sound might be new to us and different to us, it's like we're not gonna judge it because we don't know that culture. We don't know what they're about. We don't know anything about them until we actually see in between the lines and get to see the lyrics, the music, the
Yeah.
visuals, everything, and actually study it, watch videos about it. You know, even like I told you that I was watching a video of Sugar where it was like explaining the whole video, like
It's
things
like you
like that.
said, the
Yeah,
storytelling. It's
exactly.
not only music,
Yeah.
it's the storytelling and
Mhm.
everything behind it. And like you said, it's for people that are actually open minded and see it as like one message, you know, it's
Mhm.
like there's no barrier
Yeah.
because of the message that's brought out in that music
Mhm.
that they put out. So
Wow. Wow.
that's crazy. That's beautiful.
It is.
When cultural barriers come down and different voices harmonize together, there's an explosion of creative energy. This is where Army's borderless solidarity came from. And this is why K-pop is loved everywhere. Culture is like a river. It flows freely, different strains sometimes coming together in harmony, just like K-pop. Coming together to carry itself far away and create something new. I like to see this creative flow of culture happen everywhere around the world, and the Asia Pacific region has incredible dynamic cultural diversity. K-pop's shining success is proof that cultural diversity and creativity are the greatest human potential.
Mhm.
A force with no borders, no limits to growth. Ladies and gentlemen, leaders of APEC, let me ask you a question. What is your favorite song? Do you remember seeing a painting that took your breath away? Or a book you read over and over again? We all know, we all love culture and art. And we are connected by the emotion and resonance that they awaken in us. As a creator and an artist of this generation, I'd like to use this opportunity to make a request to the leaders and distinguished guests of APEC. There are creators all around the world. Please help them. Give them the financial support so that their own creativity can bloom. Give them the opportunities so that their talents can really shine. When you think about investing in tomorrow's generations, think about culture as well as economics. Culture and art are a powerful force that moves hearts. They are the fastest messengers that carry diversity and resonance. As the leaders of APEC, your policies and support will be the canvas and playground for all the creators. The foundation for creators all over the world to pour out their creativity. When creators flourish, other elements of culture gather to form brand new aesthetics. Their content will go beyond all kinds of differences. They will blaze a road of true understanding and tolerance. They will create the power of solidarity for the future. I, too, stand by the vision of APEC. A vision that will drive diversity, inclusion, and growth through culture and creativity. As an artist, I promise that I will also let my imagination fill the canvas you will create. I will play my heart out in the playground you will build for us. I promise that I'll do my part by sending a message of courage and hope and lots of emotions through music. A message of embracing our differences to make something better together. I'd like to ask for your support for this future, and I think and I believe you can make this happen. Your support can make creators let their creativity soar. With your help, their creations will resonate around the whole world. Thank you very much.
Please give it up for RM. What a fascinating speech.
Wow.
Let's give him a strong round of applause. Thank you so much. It was great to have.
Sheesh.
I definitely love the way he expressed himself about who and what BTS stand for and what they believe in.
Yeah.
And he said it beautifully.
Yeah, he did.
He's very well spoken.
Yeah, he's the best English speaker from what I know in BTS. So that's why he always does the, he's the
sense.
representative. Yeah, and he's a good like speaker as well, because you could tell he gives a lot of passion and he's speaking from the heart. Because in that last part, I wanted to pause it, but I didn't want to pause it because I could tell that he kind of went off of script, or maybe he memorized it, but he didn't look down at all. He was more talking about like passion, what he's gonna do, and his part he's gonna be doing in the music industry to make sure that the culture and whatever that they are trying to reach gets reached, and not let anyone down type thing. And he's gonna do his part.
Yeah, definitely explaining the goals and the support that the army is as well.
Yeah, and I
like
like
who they are because of army.
Yeah. And I like that he also mentioned the army in there, and he said, obviously he talked about his time in the military, but also
his joke.
of his
you got
yeah,
his joke? Okay.
yeah, and also the army, because it is true. Like without the army, none of this would be possible. Because this is what we said a long time ago. The army has been one, if not the most amazing group of people, individuals that have ever went to protect or even
stand together to
or support BTS. Because it's
Right.
like, how is it that and these are the questions that I had in the beginning, how is it that all of these people around the world, it doesn't matter what BTS is doing, they're literally matching everything that they're doing, whether it's donations, whether it's the support, whether they're literally going against corporations that technically BTS should never even try compare to,
Right.
but they surpassed all of them.
Yeah.
And that was because of us. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
So, dude, it's pretty crazy. I like that he did that.
Same. I really love that speech.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It was very detailed to the people that did not know, even for the people that do not know who BTS is, and they just got annoying.
Mm-hmm.
This is like a perfect example or a perfect speech for you to understand who they are and what they stand for and who they believe, and it's amazing. It's amazing.
And it's funny you say annoying, and I kind of find that so hard to believe that people would actually hate on them. Like, that's something that I'm starting to kind of not understand, because I get it. They have bias. They have different fandoms that go against each other. Like, we've seen that. We know about that. We have, this fandom that doesn't like this other fandom and things like that. There's wars going on.
Yeah. Yeah.
But to me, it's not. I don't really understand what the hate is with these guys, because I believe that everything that they've stand for so far and the things that they do, even offline, that have been found out because of the army, it's like, how can you really hate these guys?
Right. Yeah. No. Yeah.
Because
I get your point, but just to correct you, I said come to knowing them, not annoying.
Oh, okay. No.
The speech is
okay.
for people to come knowing.
As an army member, I got triggered. I got triggered right now. I'm like, wait, how can somebody hate them?
I did not say that, but I didn't
No,
want
yeah.
to cut you
No, yeah. No, but that is something that's going on out there too. You know, like
no, yeah, and
know?
It's because they're close-minded and they don't understand.
Yeah.
Like, because, like we mentioned earlier, they're brainwashed to just be naive or just close-minded.
Yeah.
To different cultures.
Yeah, and I like what they're pushing here, especially in this speech, is the diversity that they're trying to push literally around the world because, you know, in the U.S. we're so closed off with just listening to what's going on here. We are not allowed to almost listen to other stuff unless we look for it ourselves. And if we do find it ourselves, it's like, you know, we get to see the different cultures and stuff like that, but we're not pushed that. Like MTV is not going to play, you know, Korean music. BET, for example, I understand is black entertainment, but they're not going to play Korean music because that's what I'm saying. Even that itself is like closed because it's like, that's just for this is just for that. No one's allowed to come in here. Our ears need to stay in the U.S. You know what I'm saying?
But you know how big they're making this. I feel like BTS has opened and crossed barriers because now we do have a channel that's considered only K-pop.
We do on Samsung TV, I think. Yeah.
So I believe it has to do with them.
It does, and I agree. And I don't know if you noticed the little pin he has right here. I believe that was Derpy from K-pop Demon Hunters.
Okay.
I believe that was Derpy. I'm not gonna lie. I think I seen a picture, to be honest, on Instagram. But actually, let's confirm. Let's just confirm real quick, because I do believe that I just saw Derpy. Let's see. Look.
Oh,
You see that? Hold on.
yes.
Let's see if I can pause it real quick. Okay, I'm going to pause it.
Oh, I want it.
There we go. Confirmed. We got Derpy, and I forgot the bird's name on his head. But that's from K-pop Demon Hunters.
I know that. That's the thing I remember I wanted that for the keychain.
Yeah, so that just confirms that because, you know, BTS is so big, they pretty much were able to bring a movie like K-pop Demon Hunters and pretty much show our kids. And that fandom for that became something crazy. The storyline, everything became something that the kids adore. We're just...
Yeah, so there's a surprise for, you know, you guys will see soon.
Yeah.
But because of kids being open to K-pop Demon Hunters, then let's say they start listening to that music and it in slips in BTS.
Yep.
In slips in Blackpink.
And that is pretty much what we could testify as what happened with us. It started off as that. Next thing you know, we start throwing BTS. Now our daughter knows who every single member is. She was on the hunt for, you know, the Tiny Tans with us.
Yes.
And, you know, she knows obviously other, you know, K-pop artists as well.
Yeah.
Now. But that's how it pretty much starts. But like let's actually go back to this. Like I can agree, and I like the fact that he wants to, you know, continue to push that line that a lot of people are not trying to push, and they're trying to close off pretty much the borders to just stick to their own type thing, because I feel like it's important, you know, to
Definitely.
be able to know other people's culture, what they're into, what they're about, a little bit of their history with their music or whatever. Yeah. You know, it could be a K series, a K movie, at least speaking for Korea, you know, or like music. It doesn't matter what it could be. I feel like that thing alone can break so many barriers because it doesn't just go for them. It goes for the artists that are out here. It goes for any artists around the world.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, what if there's an artist, like, let's say in the freaking Iceland or, like, you know, like, that's crazy as hell, and we don't know about it. You know?
That's true.
It's crazy. Because
I love this.
Yeah.
I love that. I love what's going to happen for the future with BTS. I know it's going to be great.
It is going to be great.
So I'm excited.
They're already doing appearances. This is a big deal, you know, him coming out and doing this.
I sent you something on Instagram. I think there's going to be like a K-pop performing out here in LA.
That's a parody though. That's not going to be them. It's a parody. Like other people are going to perform as them, but it's not them. Yeah. But yeah, yeah. But yeah, no, I got excited too when I seen that. But then I saw performed by, and it says who the people are gonna perform.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
But it's probably gonna just be dancing and stuff. But anyways, this video was definitely dope. We're gonna be
Yes.
checking out the 2018 one very soon. I know that one was another very important piece in history that we should check out, because that was one of the first speeches that he did, and it was a very inspirational one from what I hear. So
Gotta check it out.
yeah, we're gonna go ahead and check that one out. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Don't
Yes,
forget to
please.
like
Thank you.
and all that. I already said that. Peace. I already said.